What's happening, guys? Good evening, Fantasy Premier League managers. Welcome back to another video from myself, Mo, on my FPL channel, FPL INKLING. Good evening, and how is everyone? How was your game week 25? Did Southampton disappoint you? Did Danny Ings let you down? James Ward-Prowse, or actually, let's just say the Southampton team as a whole. Rafinha owners, thumbs up, well done for backing him, and your gut instinct came well. But this video today, what we're going to be doing is discussing the top 5 decisions or picks for me for game week 26 that I believe should be chosen by yourselves to maximize your point returns. So before we begin, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for watching my videos, supporting me, giving me really positive feedback, any kind of things to improve on. I've taken it all in. So thank you for all your feedback. One thing I have noticed though, that around 85% of people who have viewed my videos are actually not subscribers. So why waste any more time? Please click the subscribe button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, I will be making more content for FPL this season. So feel free to please click the subscribe icon, notifications bell to be notified as soon as I release my videos, so you don't want to miss out on any action when I release it. And in addition, leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know your questions. I really appreciate the ones you do send me. So let's continue it, and let's make sure we get you guys the highest rank possible, and I can be your best friend for this season to make sure you guys can finish in the highest positions in your leagues and be the best within your friends and peers. So let's get started. Let's not waste any more time. However, before we do start, I am looking to improve the design of my YouTube channel. So if there is anyone out there who is a graphic designer or can design logos, or if anyone is aware of anyone who can help me, feel free to leave me some comments on here, on the comment section, or my Instagram FPL channel. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to hear from you. And if you guys could help me design the channel, I look forward from hearing from you. So thank you so much for listening there. Now let's not waste any further time and get started with game week 26 top 5 tips and picks for me that will maximize your returns. So first thing is first, let's start with the main man, Harry Kane, the captain of Spurs, the captain of England, the main man himself. Now at the moment, as you guys can see, let's go right to the top. He's owned by 27.7% of managers. Now that's a huge increase from last week itself. Let's see, it's gone up by around 2 million managers have actually brought him into their team. Why is that? Let's have a look first at the fixtures. For me, I think he's got the best fixtures this week. He's got Burnley at home and Fulham away. I know it's Spurs. That's the drawback of it, is he's playing for Spurs, and Spurs haven't been in great form. Mourinho's under pressure. He's here, been under the heat, to be fair, and I think this is the time for him to give a reaction. He had that media press conference where he said he's not going to change his methods, his coaching method, and team are actually doing the best they can, and the fault doesn't lie with them. So will this actually trigger Spurs to actually come back with a vengeance and do better? They're not careful and they don't pull out any results in these 2 games over this game week. I do believe that Spurs will not finish in the top 4 this season at all. At the moment, it does look difficult, but mathematically, it's possible, and the Mourinho factor comes into it. So let's discuss Harry Kane. So why exactly do I believe Harry Kane is the man at number 1 for this week? I know if you look at his last 5 weeks, he's only got 2 goal returns, but no assists. But you need to remember, he was injured in between there for 2 games. Both angles. He was coming back, getting back at the pace of the Premier League. It's not the easiest thing to do. And Spurs also haven't been playing well as a team either. They have been unlucky. He had a good few shots against West Ham, which didn't hit the target, and he could have scored or set up a few assists, but Declan Rice did an amazing block. So maybe the FPL statistics here don't show the true reflection of how good Harry Kane has played, but I believe that if he was a bit more luck on there, or Spurs had a bit more luck on their side on that day, definitely would have got more points. So in my opinion, yes, he'll be number 1. I would definitely captain him if he was in my team. And this is my tip for you guys. Why not triple captain him? I know that so many of you managers have held on to your chips. Well done. I wasn't able to hold on to my triple captain. I've played it much earlier in the season, but if you do have it, this is the game week fixture for me to use it, and this is the fixture that I will say to use it in. There will be a gold tip that I give during this video, but this is my golden tip here. But this is one of my tips where I would say, if you've got the chip, please don't waste it. You might not get a better game week with better game week fixtures, where both of them for me are winnable games. So even if he does fire blank in one, I do believe that he can get a good goal return and assist in the other game. So please focus on Harry Kane. If you don't have him, get him in your side, guys. It's going to be a great shout. Number 2, let's move on. I think Dominic CalvertLewin for Everton. So let's find him on the Everton screen page. Right, so Dominic Calvert-Lewin at the moment is still owned by around 37.6% of managers. There was a point earlier in the season where around 60% of managers owned him, but you can't blame him because in the first, let's have a look, 5 game weeks, he got returns in every single one. He had 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in the first 5 games, so you can't blame managers for having a high ownership. But I do believe, in regards to how he's done this season, he's definitely been one of the key performers for not only Everton themselves, but even Fantasy Premier League managers, where people who have backed him or they've kept him for pretty much the whole season are actually much further and higher up in the ranking table. So he hasn't let anyone down for the price tag he is. He is around the 7.6 million mark, and he's got 124 points, which is ridiculous because if you look at someone like Harry Kane, he's got 155 to 160 point return. He costs literally £3 to £4 million less. So it's quite staggering to see that there is a player, with a significant less price tag delivering almost as much goods, if not the same goods, as someone like Harry Kane. Is that to do with the way Ancelotti plays the Everton side? It can be, or is it the way that the defensive side has set up from Mourinho? It could be a bit of both, but my opinion, this is actually a really good key member to have for part of your squad, especially for this double game week. And now this is where I will tell you why I believe that. So let's have a look at Southampton and West Brom. They've got them home and away. For me, they are both winnable fixtures for Everton. They've just beaten Liverpool. They're on a high. They're getting their players back from injuries such as James, Rodriguez. Richarlison's come back from a little niggle. Gylfi Sigurdsson is firing. You've got Allen. You've got DCL who's come back. Now, this is my golden tip for this week, guys. I would personally, if I had a choice between Calvert-Lewin and Harry Kane, I would definitely play the triple captainship on DCL. Now, I'll tell you why. Most managers are going to be tilted and tempted to Harry Kane, obviously, because of the player he is and the club he plays for and how he's played so far this season and the price that they've invested in him out of their budget. You got to remember, it's only £100 million for 15 players. And if you spend £11 million on one player, you pretty much spent, let's say, 11% of your whole total budget of the rest of your team on one player. So it's fully understandable why people would triple captain him. But if you want a bit of a differential, this is my golden tip. DCL for triple captain. Take a punt, take a risk, be different, be positive. So why not? Let's go for Dominic Calvert-Lewin and let's see what he can return. So if we look at his last 5 game weeks that he's had, so he didn't play those 2 games and he only played around 28 minutes for the Liverpool game. So let's go from Leicester. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist, and you've got to understand that in one of the games he's only played half an hour. So again, he's in a bit of form right now. He's playing well. They're on a high, why not? So Dominic Calvert-Lewin for me will be number 2 on the list of top 5 picks for game week 26. So please go look, and if you can fit him into your team, guys, or if you already got him, get him on the captain's armband and press that triple captain button if you do have the chip available. Now, number 3, I'm going to choose Rafinha for Leeds. A lot of managers were probably shouting at their screens when he ran through on goal and was tackled amazingly by Romeo. And they were all probably thinking, why didn't he shoot? Why didn't he take a shot? But he did come back with the goods and scored that spectacular free kick. Rafinha himself is owned by around 9.7% of the managers. His price tag is 5.4 mil, which is an absolute bargain, to be fair, for a player of his calibre. The team he plays for in terms of the attacking nature, Bielsa does not back down. He can be 3-0 down. He's still going to be attacking with his team. Rafinha is one of those men that he will work his backside off for attacking back, and he'll come forward as well to attack with the team as well. So let's have a look at his last 5 game weeks. So let's go all the way back to the Everton game in game week 22. He's got 2 goals and he's got 2 assists. Again, for the price tag you're paying, he's in a bit of rich form, and I think, but with him in his rich form, players like Bamford, Dallas, they're all coming into their element. They've only got 1 game week this week, and it's against Aston Villa at home. Now, Villa have just lost to Leicester last week. Again, it's not an easy fixture, but the way Leeds play, and this is sometimes just about picking a player who's on form. I know he's not a double game week player. For me, he is a pick at number 3 because he's only owned by 9% of managers, and if he gets a return for this game, there's a strong likelihood your ranking could increase. So please consider him. Get him in your side if you don't have him, okay? So number 4 for me is going to be Jesse Lingard. So I have an affiliation with him because of Manchester United. He is on loan at the moment to West Ham. I just clicked Manchester United while I was talking to you guys. It's just old habits die hard. So let's go to West Ham. West Ham have been phenomenal this season. They're at the moment in the Champions League spot number 4. And now that's down to the whole team. And you've got to praise David Moyes for the way he's set up, the way he's attacked, and the way he's brought out the best of these players as a group. It's a shame that the fans are not in the stadium to witness this, but people who are sat at home will all be clutching, anything they can, crossing their fingers, praying that they don't want to go back to the stadium. If they get to the Champions League, they can go and watch it next season. So for me, West Ham is the team to watch. There is Souček, who's been in great form, Antonio, you've got Declan Rice. Great. They're all very, very good players in their own right, and they've been doing really well. But for me, you can tell from that kind of like picture pose, he is the man. So he's owned by 3.1% of managers. Let's see how many people have got him in this week so far. So around 201,000 managers have brought him in. Why have they brought them in? So he's come into this squad over the last 4 game weeks, so we can have a look at how he's done. He's pretty much started every single game. So the total tallies he's got here from Aston Villa, he's got 15 plus 3, 18, 24, 34 points. That is absolutely phenomenal. For the minutes he's played, he's got 3 goals and he's got 1 assist. He's further up the field. He's always looking to get in and around that area. He's got space. He's got the kind of like, I get the license from David Moyes to go ahead and take a shot, take the defenders on. And yeah, he's got a point to prove to not only Manchester United but Gareth Southgate. He does want to be on that team sheet for the Euros, so I believe that this is a time for him to actually prove his credentials and his critics wrong. So this guy, for me, is a very, very good prospect, especially for managers who want a differential. So he's at number 4 for me. Again, he's only got 1 game week fixture and he's got Man City. But if you look at his game weeks after, he's got Leeds at home, Manchester United away, Arsenal and Wolves. Now, I know they seem tough fixtures on paper, but the way West Ham have performed this season, they have given every single one of those teams a good game in the first game fixture. So, for example, United, they were beating them at home at half-time. And then they came back to win 3-2, but they have actually competed every single game, and they've gone, toe-to-toe or, shoulder-to-shoulder, all of these teams. So Jesse Lingard, if you don't want to consider him this week, please do consider him for the weeks forward. But I do believe even against Man City, he won't be shy, obviously, to go forward and attack those defence who has done so well. So Jesse Lingard for me is going to be number 4. Now, number 5, this is going to be like I'm not going to say a hidden gem, but it's going to be a differential essential for me. It could be a hidden gem. We can give him the title for that, but it's going to be StMaximin for Newcastle. Now, I watched him against United, and he was absolutely phenomenal. He actually ran the forward line. He actually had United on the back foot for majority of the first half, and if he had a different day and different form of luck, I reckon he could have got another couple of goals or assists easily. He's just come back from long-term COVID. Now, the thing with Maximin is he's very attacking. There's no Callum Wilson, so he's actually going to be like the main talisman along with Almiron and John Joe Shelby at Newcastle at the moment. Again, his ownership's only 2.4%, so he can be that differential essential, and he can be that, what can I say, hidden gem. It's not really hidden, but at the moment he's not very open to many managers in the FPL at the moment, as you can see from his ownership. But let's go through his last 5 games. I know he's only played 50, 60 minutes in a couple of games, 20 minutes in a couple of games. So if you look at it from what he's performed, let's go for the last 3 games. Excuse me about that. He started at Southampton where he played 66 minutes, he got 8 points, he got 2 assists and he got a goal against United. So if you look at his last 3 game weeks where he's played 66, 71, 76 minutes, so he's starting to get more game time on the pitch, but I guess the subs is more to do with making sure he's not being exerted too much, he's getting full match fitness, and basically they're trying to look after him because there's no Callum Wilson for about 6 weeks. So you can see he's got 17 points in 3 games. I think he's done really well. He's very, very eager to prove a point. He's hungry, he's fresh. Well, I can't say he's fresh after COVID, but in terms of not having that game's baggage behind him. So I think he's got a really good prospect to do well. If we were to go through his game week fixtures, again in game week 26 he's only got 1 fixture, which is Wolves, but the games after for me are what kind of stands out for him and what might be very beneficial for managers who do intend to not own him this week, but bring him in next week if they want to. They've got West Brom away, Aston Villa home, Brighton away, Tottenham home and Burnley away. So that's the next 5 to 6 fixtures, and then we can get a bit more kind of like difficult fixtures in the way. But I believe if you're going to go for something different and you want to improve your ranking, StMaximin is the man for you guys personally. So why not? He's looking in form. He's going to be the main man. Get him in your squads and let's see what he can do for you. In terms of how I believe out of these players who I do have in my squad, I don't have any of these players in, but if I were to get the opportunity, if I had a free hit or I had my wild card available, I definitely would look to have got all these players into my squad. Not only to give me a differential, but also give me the best chance of getting the best team results and points this week. So that is my top 5 video for you guys. Let me know how it was. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be releasing this every week, so please put this in your diary or calendar, or why bother? Do it the easy way. Subscribe to my channel, press the notification icon, and you guys can see it on a weekly basis and be notified that I've made this video. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Best of luck in game week 26. It is a double game week. Get the best players in, choose the right captain, listen to my tips, and if they work for you, let me know how they were. And if they didn't work for you, also let me know how they went as well. So I want to say thank you for watching my video. Best of luck for game week 26, and I'll see you guys soon.